Hey everybody, I just wanted to show you guys because I saw some comments saying, hey, what do you think about a rabies build? Well, I'm going to tell you what I think about a rabies build in this video for Season 4. And I think it's going to be pretty damn good for a couple of reasons. First off, we have Violent Aspect. This is going to make the cooldown reduction on it just go absolutely bonkers. Next, we had the change to Shepherd's Aspect, which makes it to where it now applies to Wrath skills as well, so you can use your Ravens, your Poison Creeper to amp the damage of rabies. And in addition to that, there was another change to this, Clarity. After casting a companion skill, your next core or Wrath skill's damage and critical strike chance are increased by 15%, up to 45%. And I want you to keep in mind that you can pretty much run any of the Wrath skills in this shell that I'm talking about. And Hurricane will most likely be the best one. But Rabies is going to still be pretty gosh darn good. Having said that, what Clarity does is after casting Companion skill, your next core Wrath skill's damage and critical strike chance are increased by 15%. We don't care about the crit, but we do care about the damage increase. The reason why we care is because for every point we put in this, it goes up by 15%. You can roll a tempering called Clarity that increases this by 4 ranks if you get the triple masterwork on it, right? Or the triple big buff on it. So it would take some time to fix, but it still would be 2 even without, right? So, actually, geez, just with 1 on there, right, you're still getting 3. So let's just assume you got lucky and you got a 3, right? Because you have to get the other 2 in order to get it to hit the threshold to get the 4. But let's just say you got this, right? 1 rank, so 9, right? 9 times 15, right? So it's like 135% damage or some crap like that, right? Increased damage. If you get a 4 to your clarities, oh my gosh, you're pushing like 185% damage now. You use Claw, which keep in mind Pack Leader also got buffed by 5%. And Claw already was resetting your companion skills like mad and doing its job. Like I have if you've seen my previous companion builds, you know that you can reset the companion builds very, very quickly, very like almost instantaneously. So pretty much the way the build would work would just be, claw until you reset companion skills, press all your companion skills, then press rabies. Claw, reset, press rabies, right? That's how that would end up working. And it would be the same thing for Hurricane as well. Claw until you can reset it, then press Hurricane, right? Now, Hurricane I think is going to be a bit more functional and a little bit better because it lasts for 8 seconds. And when you also think about what's it called, Tempest, so hurricane damage is increased by 10 to 18% each second while it's active, and you can actually increase the hurricane duration I think as well. Let's see, hurricane, can you get hurt? What can you get for? Yeah, so you can get hurricane duration as well, right? So Hurricane and Rabies are going to pretty much be one and the same, just absolutely abusing these changes, and they're going to do a lot. And the last thing here that I wanted to point out that's interesting to me is, well, I guess there's 2 things, right? So that was just the clarity and stuff like that. Now, when you also factor in, you can get Rabies damage on all these different things. So 536% rabies damage here. You can get 268, 268, 268. And that's just for getting to Masterworking 12. So that it doesn't matter if you hit like 3 things, right? So there's a ton of extra additive damage that got added in for rabies that you can temper on. And then you have this interaction right here, plus 187% rabies duration. Now, I'm not 100% certain. I'd have to go test this. But in theory, if this right here makes it always just do 4 seconds, okay? It says rabies deals total poisoning damage in 4 seconds instead of 6. If it always just makes it do the damage in 4 seconds, that means it's going to be dealing all this extra damage very, very, very quickly. Now, I'll have to go test it because that's not something I'm really expecting to work that way, because I feel like that would just be super broken if it did. But if it does work that way, just be on the lookout for it if it does turn out to end up working that way. But yeah, so with all these changes, Rabies is going to be a very, very good skill. It's going to be very strong. You should be able to clear almost any content in the game with it. It will. Now, obviously, how you structure the build is going to matter a lot, right? Like, personally, I think... Oh, and keep in mind this, too. Did I mention you can get ranks to Rabies on your boots? So do this, 12, 8 ranks to rabies. So what we got here? So you have 8 ranks to rabies here, and then you put on a Harlequin crest here. So you get another 4 ranks. Let's go 12 here, right? So you got another 4 ranks. Now obviously that's an uber unique, but now all of a sudden you're staring down 17 ranks of rabies that's being increased by about 400% multiplicatively, and that's just with the clarity and the shepherds. That's not factoring in really anything else. So you like look at you have things like tracker here that increases the poisoning damage effect. You have things like Bane here, gives it a 15% chance to deal double the amount of damage over the duration. So you have stuff in your Paragon. It's going to amp it. Heightened Malice is going to give it another 50%. So yeah, let's see, Wraith, Shapeshifting, Werewolf, Chain. I don't really know what Chain means, but yeah, I don't really know what that is. I haven't researched that yet. But yeah, anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for this build. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that yes, Rabies is probably going to be a very good build next season. I know we never thought it'd see its day would come, but at the end of the day, the numbers don't lie, and the numbers are actually starting to add up. The only thing that would shut this down is if for some reason rabies base damage is still too low, which I really am not certain that that's going to be the case. All right, but anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.